We think the default buttons for dodging and like opening and switching abilities really should have been as we said it, like tab for dodging and control or left control for what we have. Okay, because like the thing really is like tab is what you use more to dodge. Can we even dodge here? No, we can't. Can't dodge here. That's interesting. And like switching abilities, you do less at least. It's still important, but it's not. You dodge more probably than you switch abilities.
Whiteheart is the pride of Rosaria. You mustn't let those bastards lay a finger on that noble bird.
Okay.
Find her and her flock. Make sure they're all right.
That's what we were doing, right? So for those on YouTube maybe watching that directly after one another, those are separate streams.
Whiteheart.
That's why we
for
have forgotten some stuff in between. There's like days in between sometimes. 2 days usually. Or like a day in between, so like it's every second day. Raya clam shells. That's a feather.
A white feather.
Oh, the way they made
I
this.
thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds.
This very much reminded
Looks like they went that way.
14 just now, because that is how 14 usually does stuff. You have that fixed camera that never moves, or you have that and those weird camera angles, everything is like very fixed, and weird camera angles, like you have those specific camera angles, and then that was very much 14. Oh, we missed that game.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah.
Bitch. Ah, that went well. Fairly, at least we would say. Oof. That was not easy. Considering that we struggled so hard with the controls.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
It's our chocobo. Right. Sorry, we forgot her.
Ambrosia.
Aww.
It is you. You survived.
Aww. Oh.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oh.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Do we get her now as a mount to run around?
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Hello,
take care of your flock for now.
bird.
I'll call you when I need you.
Yay! The white-winged wander. Not our primary concern. We click too early now. Mount up. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold 5 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and F to mount the chocobo. So we should be about like 31 now? We don't know how old the Clive was in the beginning. The young Clive. F5 is chocobo, okay. It should be F, to be honest. Oops, sorry. It should be F. Holding F. Oh, is F interacting? Shit, F was interacting in this game, right? Yeah, then maybe it's not the best idea.
Come on.
Right. Oh, that's that? What's galloping? Oh, that's galloping. In 15, it's holding the right mouse button. Video games, right?
Time to fight.
No, we're just trying to turn around, which doesn't seem to work here. Can you please not body block us? NPC's body blocking is one of our favorites in video games. Like, she could have stood anywhere else, but she had to stand exactly where we tried to dodge the enemies. At least we think we have to go here. Oh, return to hideaway. Sorry, that's not on the map. That's here.
Now, where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Otto's counter is now open. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Aligned reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. Near Otto in the mess. Renown. Completing side quests available through Alliance reports or defeating notorious marks found on the Hunt Board will earn Clive Renown. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, Renown. Inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Okay. The way stuff is unlocked and how the game is structured,
What are we waiting for, indeed?
we always find a bit strange, but that is Final Fantasy, to be honest. It is never not strange, but it's just Final Fantasy.
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down? Finished, are you?
Wow, 20,000
It's
for
alright to touch him.
Is it or oh the dog right toggle yeah. Toggle
What do you
out.
need?
So
What do you want?
would you not like the look of Levin balls?
Fine.
Some people like this stuff here. We absolutely don't like the aesthetic. Even though it's very Final Fantasy, but we're more the appreciator of like the sword that like Vindictus that we had before. We could use it, like the damage is not that. It's just like there is a bit of difference for sure. There is a green symbol there. What does that mean? It's a chest symbol, so it might... But it looks like a side quest, so...
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. all our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Oh, sure. So it's the side
It'd be
quest.
nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
And Jill has a soft spot for Clive, if you know what we mean. This is so nice. This hideaway, honestly, we could live here. Like, have our room with, like, streaming internet, like some separate sleeping room next to it. But, like, this hideaway is perfect. And then if we don't have, like, a little bit less of our mental stuff so that we could read books. Oh, holy shit. We could live here. The problem with reading all those texts here is just... our voice will collapse if we do so. It's like those RPGs usually have so much to read that our voice just collapses if we try. We tried that in Dragon Age, was it? Yeah. We're playing RPGs lately. Dragon Age 15, 16. That's it, like, we don't say, like, we hate RPGs. It's just, like, depends on the game. Like, stuff like Baldur's Gate is just...
Did you come through the forge today?
But this year is much more our thing. We're bad at it. It's not like we're good. That as long as we're having fun, that's like the most important thing for us.
And you say Sid built this place?
Oh, I can't really feel what around for 7,000 years. But it was his idea we claimed it for our own.
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of something.
Just want to go different ways to see where we end up. Alright, now we're here again. Ah! Okie dokie.
So Martha's all right.
Yep. You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martell.
Basket of Martell's apples grown and picked by Cormac for sample by a hideaway residents.
Martell. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Where did he pull that apple from?
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd have 'em right from the branch, made Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
What does she offer?
Ah, my favorite pupil. What is it that you wish to learn?
The state of the realm. By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings on in Valencia. Revisit any of the Nine Tails' past lessons or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit.
Here you are.
The situation map. Here you can view a detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates you progress through your progress through the main scenario. Use QE to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. With the blight pressing at Rosaria's point. So here the Iron Kingdom is sending stuff to Drake's Wrath and Duchy of Rosaria. The Grand Duchy of Rosaria. Rosalith. Okay.
Here's the latest information I have.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI that updates you progress through the main scenario. Use QE to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Inner Voice. An all-new feature is now accessible by pressing space while viewing the Grand Cast in Vivian's map room. Inner Voice affords you a window into both Clive's heart and the hearts of those he has encountered on his journey. After opening the hearts, they die. After opening the feature, select a character with space to hear their innermost thoughts with other members of the cast. Sometimes we have to do a bit of psychopathy. Yeah. Don't get the points for nothing, right? With the blight pressing at Rosaria's borders and forcing ever more citizens of the Duchy from their homes, Archduke Elwyn rallies his nation to take up arms against the Iron Kingdom and wrest Drake's breath from the grasp, yet tradition dictates that they must first march north to Phoenix Gate to perform the rite of ancestral communion. Ah, that's the beginning. So they... Ah, okay. So how can we switch to... Ah, oh, that's like... Ah, believe dead. Ah, cool. So you get like... Elwyn is definitely deceased. He got killed, believed dead. The former douches. Mysterious stranger. Oh, cool. This is so cool as a feature. Ultima.
Very good.
Ooh. Like, we understand also that it is maybe not something that everyone can put into their game. Square Enix is like a big company, but on the other hand, they don't give a shit about games like Final Fantasy 13, and still it's not really running on any modern PC, so... You know, then you can't expect it from, like, smaller companies, apparently.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
You know?
Not that I'm...
It's a lot of work, but...
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Okay, listen to the Patron's Whisper.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
The Patron's Whisper. Completing side quests or defeating notorious marks will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper and the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Renown is not used upon accepting donations and will never diminish. Okay. So it's just like we talked of the tea house. Your merry band of dubstep musicians, outlaws, and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry a long time anymore. Oh yeah, we have
All
to
yours.
hold. We got 400 ability points. Thank you for the donation. Bloody hide. You know, as a as a psychopath, we appreciate that gift very much. Thank you. Steel silk. Good. We got respect. Finally, we got respect.
You earned this.
Donation accepted, meteorite. That's what you get, like a bit of meteorite, you know? A friend probably would have said I can cast meteor on you for free. But okay. Okay, hunting board, sorry. 5, there you are, Kupo. I have been we need a Moogle plushie.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is you. Is this Kupo? Sorry.
The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Koopa. I knew that already. That's why I need your help. It's not to remind you, Koopa. I'm the mightiest Moogle, so the fierce school up to Nectar Bowl, Koopa. I won't allow it. They don't give you much time to read it. They need you to slay them all, Koopa.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Okay, view the hunt board. The stuff is just too fast to read it out loud. The hunt board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countrysides are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. That we did already because we encountered it. You can apparently encounter them randomly in the wild. So you don't need to pick up those bills. The Angel of Death. A trader coming by the way of Caer Norvend met with a troop of curse-breakers traveling in the opposite direction, warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Flicker, flicker, flicker. Okay. Though the curse-breakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Belphegor, Angel of Death. Okay, Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern border, that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenches of the nearby villages. Can we pick that up somehow? Or like... It would be nice if we could, like, copy them to our... Oh, fuck. Sorry. Accidentally right-clicked. That was... Closes the menu. Location Clairview, Sanbrac. Let's try one of those, yeah. Clairview, Sanbrac. Oh, shit. Clairview, Sanbrac. Why can't we go anywhere? We can't go anywhere right now. We have to progress in the main... okay, fuck it. Then we do the main quest that we have here. The side quest that we have here, and then continue with the main quest. Like, if we can't do anything else right now, then yeah.
I hear there's trouble in those areas.
You think it's alright to touch him?
With animals, usually be careful. Like there are, like we saw a video of a child getting like knocked over, pretty rough, like a 2-year-old or so, 2 or 3 years old, like knocked over pretty rough by like a wild animal, like a deer or something, and everyone was like hating on that animal, like calling for slaughter, and it's a wild animal. They are not, like, there to be cute for us humans. If they feel threatened, they don't understand that your 3-year-old is not a threat. It might look like a dog to them because they see all blurry. And then they rather attack, like, be on the safe side, you know?
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't gonna rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
The fruits of her labors. People online, when it comes to communism and everything, it's like, you're not entitled to the fruits of someone else's labor. No, no, no. Like, the thing is, you make our furniture for free, and if you need anything that is like, that we can provide, we make that for you for free if you need it. That's the thing. You also get stuff from us if you need it. If we can provide anything that is. Now someone else will then make your glasses. Because you might be able to make furniture, but you don't know how to make glasses. So someone will make your glasses then. That's why, you know, there's no money involved anymore. If you need something, they give it to you as well. That's what people usually don't understand. It's not just like people sitting around like holding their hands open like at 99% and expecting like... They have like a very wrong picture in mind. Like sure, there will be people that have like little to, or maybe even nothing to contribute because of like disabilities or don't know, whatever else, and they don't have to. Like people already get support as it is. I think we're done here. You know, under capitalism, there are disabled people like us who don't have like an official job anywhere. So what's the difference then under communism? We're already living off other people's labor, if you want. So, you know, we're already doing that. What's the difference under communism?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can, and hear their stories.
Finally,
starting with the village of Amber.
Finally, English speakers. At least we think like the voice actors are English, like English native speakers. So, native English, whatever. You know what I mean. Because usually people can't pronounce Isolde as it's pronounced, and we don't know why. Like, so many English speakers struggled so hard with like any language whatsoever. And especially German, which is like one of the closest languages to English. We would say like the only thing that maybe like closer to English is like Dutch. Maybe, but that's like you could argue. Maybe. And then they struggle so hard with pronouncing anything that is German. Never understood that.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
It's interesting that they let like Rosaria even keep her name.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first.
What are you selling?
From home, aren't you?
Upgraded at all.
I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? I heard it were 1,000.
And spools of steel silk. And the problem with all those resources is so far they have not been useful for us because like the swords or like stuff we had was just better than what we could buy.
We're going hunting for help.
Except for like some accessories.
What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on. You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands
Hi,
the Empire's
Sib.
looking for
How
could
are
be
you
us,
doing?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
How are you doing? We were talking about economic stuff earlier again. Hold on. There's so much misunderstandings about communism, economic stuff, and also people growing up in a very twisted world with getting told that like you only deserve as much as you contribute, which then leaves like disabled and sick people just brands them as parasites, which is so unfair.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats.
Eastpool sounds like some place in the UK.
Belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing.
Like
We still don't
Liverpool.
know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
But not our mother. Clive's mother was a bitch in that cutscene we had. She would not be an ally against the Imperials, she would be an ally of the Imperials. So, we're confused? Pretty much confused? Or just mildly confused? I'm okay, still not home yet, but I'm enjoying salted pretzels because of... Ah, yeah, salted pretzels. What we can... Which is like extremely popular in Germany. But if you have Nutella in the UK, then put that onto your pretzels or your...
will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Or your pretzel-like buns or so, and it tastes fantastic. You would think that's weird, but try it out and you will love it. Except for those maybe with a nut allergy, because like, yeah, but it's great.
Ever since the apology tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
You don't like it? Damn. It's just it tastes great with those things. Everybody here loves Nutella, like pretty much everyone. The problem just is like the normal one is not vegan, but there are vegan ones that are just quite expensive. So we try to eat like very little of them, so we have a bit longer. But they're getting cheaper. They're getting cheaper over time. Like new competitors with lower prices and
more of my mother's men.
Ow, 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 ow. Wait. Then what you can also do, like with pretzels, you can put like, what's the British word for it? Like jam or marmalade? We don't know. But you know, you could put that on. There are like a bunch of things you can use, or just like butter, or there are so many things that you can use, and makes pretzels so much better. Whatever tickles your fan. Oh yeah, British people like lemon stuff, right? Like lemon cake, lemon marmalade, and stuff, and that's very nice. We do like that too. We just never buy it because we don't think of doing that. But thank you, Jill. Yeah, probably. Like, lemon stuff is very, very good. But we like either the very, we like either the marmalade with like fruit pieces in it, like pieces of like strawberry and stuff, or the one with like the peel in it, like lemon peel, orange peel, and such. So good. You will never want any normal one without it anymore after you tried it. At least we think so. Oh, that's sorry, we didn't mean to use a high potion. Sorry, we didn't mean to use this. Constantly do it wrong. Can you stop shooting at us? Oh shit, we didn't mean to use a high potion. That was an accident. Constantly think we have the dog toggle selected when we don't. That we don't mean to do, but it just happens all the time. What is running in this game? Is there no specific run button? Need to buy some lemon stuff again. But like lemon tea and other things. Please don't crash.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
We would have thought that is tomato juice. Just someone dropped like a ton of tomatoes.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Oh, bitch.
On these, our swords we swear.
Bitch, we can put your sword where the sun doesn't shine if you want.
I'll show you a true shield
this area.
Oh, you fucking... those fucking mages. Holy shit, do we hate you. Oh, bitch. No, nah, We forgot they have mages that can heal. So sorry, we forgot that is a thing. We forgot that is a thing. We totally forgot that is a thing. They told us sometime, but yeah.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
When we see the mother...
Leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
When we see the mother... Like, what is this jump here? What's that for a jump? Like, we love that he jumps pretty gay, but it's like, can he like, at least like jump and it makes it's like helpful in any way? Whee! Do you have any mental illnesses? No,
Though I doubt the
I'm
Empire would
fine.
let us cross over to Rosalith.
That's so good. That's one of our favorite memes of all time. Stable? That's for horses. It's so good.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Because we're also pretty unstable. Are you gay? Or are you okay? Yeah, right? So many people online still say like being trans is a mental illness. Okay. Mentally ill people can't go to work, right? We're not functioning properly. We're broken to them. So? And we need fixing. What is the fixing that the doctor will give you or suggest when you go to them and say like, hey, I'm trans? Transitioning. So we're like transitioning for the rest of our lives without a job. I want the stuff that you have down here. Down there. No, no. Both gay and okay. Yeah, we're making a joke because of that meme. Are you pregnant? Am I pregnant or am I okay?
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance.
As a non-medical professional, we can say with confidence that we're okay. At least, I don't know.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
People just ask the weirdest questions online. That's just, you know.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
Fuck off! Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
What? Why don't we just murder them all? No one will notice if there's nobody to notice. Yeah?
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
That's like the ideal thing we would
If you're
like
sure.
to have.
And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
We would live somewhere in the bayou or so and have like a long ass tunnel underground with like some high-speed rail.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were
To
looking
like
for.
our cutie and such. That would be ideal. They once planned to build a high-speed rail from Paris to New York City. It would have cost like billions. German billions, that means like trillions, sorry, in English trillions. And trillions. And of course it was never built. But if they had built it, like from here getting to Paris is not undoable, and then like just sitting in some high-speed rail and going to the US, it would still cost us a shit ton of money to get from here like to like friends in Ohio or Pennsylvania or Texas or so. But it would at least, we at least wouldn't have to fly.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Yeah, like if we had such a tunnel from our castle to like the next town or so, we would definitely have such a tunnel. If we don't have to like be perceived by people on the way to like our shopping tour or so. If you can reduce the number of people that perceive us, then we would do so. Like, we want to be perceived on Twitch, but not like when we go outside IRL, that just, no. Like, you know, you are our viewers, our community, you know, the lovely people we want to make content for and share stuff with.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
How unforeseeable.
Not.
fight? Oh.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
What?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Oh yeah, that gesture just reminded us of like Elon Musk doing the Hitler salute, and everyone defending him was like, "Oh yeah, he was just sending us art." Sure.
Oh, buck up, man. At least you're not dead.
If you're telling them to go away. So that is not sending your heart to someone. We're German and we know what a Hitler salute looks like. We have unfortunately seen Germans here doing that at like monuments and stuff, and tourists have made pictures of that. Like we saw some tourists, they were speaking, we think it was Japanese, so they were making photos for that for their German tour album, and we're like, oh, maybe leave that one out of that, okay? It's just
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son? What is it you require? Prove useful. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
We will put an end to the Black Shields. Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Ah, yeah, so that you don't take them on, like, other missions with you.
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you worry.
Otherwise, we would have taken them into the side mission, buying groceries, and be like, oh yeah, go into the store. We guard the entrance.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Nothing is here. I think we love this village. This village here is cool. Nice with all like the fences, the architecture. This here is really cool. Not like the boring shit we have today compared to that. We live in a very good building.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long
Like,
have
we
you
don't
been
need
pursuing
heating
that
in
ship?
winter. It's so
Since they
warm in
burned
here,
their
we
first
don't need
village.
any heating.
We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
With solar power for electricity, so we don't pay anything for like electricity. That's included in the rent. That's not very high. And then and then we pay also nothing for internet. And heating is not necessary because it's not even close to cold enough that we need it. It's actually pretty warm.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Hi, Mizzy. How are you?
Forest area!
Come on. You know what to
Your
do.
petty revolution ends here. On these our swords.
No,
we
no. Here. No. We just want to make sure what.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. Let's try.
See?
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Okay. Now it's working out. Brain finally remembered that Tap is dodging. Finally, you saw us dodging even the fireballs.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Bitch! Haha, eat shit! Haha! Eat shit, bitch! Eat shit. Died at least. Imperial Link we got. We didn't hear the sound redeem. Could you hear it? We didn't.
I don't see any more.
We didn't hear it for some reason.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
If for some reason we couldn't hear the sound alert.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating.
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustenus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
We better go to the hideaway, otherwise the game might crash. And then we can fix it in Triggerfire. So many services we need for streaming, and they all want you to, like, pay for premium.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Oh, right. We forgot to... yeah. Should save manually, just in case the game crashes. You know. Next time it should work again. For that we would have to, like... yeah.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
A culinary pilgrimage. Can we now open the map and do stuff? There's still everything blocked if we try. We can now do that. Okay, now we could do the stuff from the hunting board or so. There's another? Oh. Yeah, let's pick that up too. Are you okay, Clive? I'm happy! Okay.
How did we never hear
new
about
billets
these
being
guardians of the
posted
flame?
every day. Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what'd you say?
You think it will help?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Okay. So... Blacksmith's Blues.
I could have sworn
Can we look at the picture later, Sib? See what it is.
That
monster's taken quite a liking
It's
to Lady
probably just that the browser source needs reloading or some shit.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
Sepia.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Dib, tomorrow's Tuesday, innit? Oh shit, where do we go? Oh.
That monster's taken quite a liking.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Is it business or pleasure?
Okay, we sell that. Then we can look what...
Is that all?
Locate the griffin.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad. Bloody dust.
Oh shit. Why can't we take this shortcut here? I have to take the long way around. Sorry, we thought we could. No. Here you think you could take a shortcut? The game was like, don't think so. Ask about griffin sightings. Did I hear you say you were helping town down Griffin Cooper? They have Cooper, especially number one. Locals call Dosmere. Okay. If we now go to... Is that why we can't do anything with it? Glorious Gate. Lost Wing. Is that... Do we not have that location yet, or... Doesn't seem like we have that yet. Yeah, the game is lagging usually at this point, and hopefully we still get patches. Wish you could just like go on websites and like track patches for the games. Like not the ones that came out, but like will there still be patches for 16? Because like how poorly the game is running on our PC. Okay, not like bad, but like it has its issues for sure.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Okay. Can we go there? Right. That's not the button for that?
You go causing any trouble now?
Oh, chocobo, right. Up. What was running again? Oh, shift, right. Why was she running ahead of us? Like she doesn't know where we want to go.
At least I know what I'm up against.
Bitches! Second bottle! Enemy slay. This is so badass. Like, we like that. You know, you make your attack like slash and then enemy slain. Oh, this is good. Like, they knew what they were doing with that one.
Get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
We think we can go. Yeah, we think so.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
Unwanted violet.
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
There is like some plant that needs to be cooked like 4 or 5 times, we think, and then it's like edible. Before it's not poisonous anymore.
I present Chance's stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity.
More like cancer
Grab a
stew.
spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm
Probably the
Not
nicest
hungry.
thing you get from that pot.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What, the salt on the senses? It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine.
That did very much sound like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
That was like we were giving him dog poop to eat. It was like, ugh, that tastes like shit. We had another shop that we went regularly to that sold games, also constantly getting harassed by police, but they were like, what you gonna do, huh? You have nothing that you can do against us. But the tea shop, unfortunately, was not that. They just wanted to, like, be in peace. Right, hunting board. Since we can't hunt the griffin, can we go to Broken Hills, Rosaria? Clairview, Sunbrack. Clairview, Sunbrack. We don't get it. We don't get how we accept the hunts. Yeah, it clearly lists places that we can't even go to. Or it lists places... Ow! That was a sudden sting in the left side. Ow! Or it lists places that Clairview, Sunbrack. Where is that? Broken Hills. Have we seen... Where are those? How would we know Do we get more places over time? Currently, we don't seem to be able to do those. If someone wants to spoiler that, we will not be mad. Oh shit, why did we travel to the place we were at? Okay. Because like that, we would really like to know if that's locations we see later.
How did we never hear
Oh, sorry.
these guardians of the flame?
Really never heard about that.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
All right.
Typical nobles.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Okay. Now we can go to Drake's breath. Yeah, the hunting board is still useless, we think, or we don't understand it.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. Fire and ice.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secret only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's not what that's not what we meant to do. Oh, yeah, we were in the air. Hey. We're in the air. Couldn't move. Excuse us.
All the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah, fantastic. Bitch.
We'll enter the caves from there.
The funny thing is now, with like that we are always ready to dodge. We have our pinky like always in the air. It looks like with those people back in the day, you know, the nobles always having like their pinky in the air. We're doing that basically the whole time. But it helps. It helps with the controls. It's just, you know. The breath of wind. Yo, give us some onions and beans and we can give you a breath of the wind too. Absolutely. Absolutely do we want that. $100%.
Ugh, look at this place. What a mess.
Wait.
Very good music. That's hot. Like we have seen Paris Hilton in some movies.
Nothing is shielded for Zarya.
Wasn't she in House of Wax or so?
Just like old times.
Be sure to keep clear of his home.
Oh, fuck.
Believe me.
Ah. Sorry, we need...
That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
fucking shit.
Press on.
Yes.
Like, the content itself is good. This is by far not for 15. The content is good so far. Maybe it changes. But so far we can say, like, the game has been very nice. Just unstable as fuck. To do boss fights multiple times just because the game crashes.
It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Where do we have to go then? No? No, no. Oh, really? Oh, what? Bitch! Why were you attacking us in the back? Why do we go here? Oh, bitch. Let us guess they reset our abilities again. Yup. No, they didn't. Yeah, right, that's why. Wait a second. Wait, one second. Right. That's not even it. Wow. Where did we come from? That's probably where we came from. We love playing with mouse and keyboard. It's just this game has a lot of buttons. It's a very button-loaded game, you know, full of buttons. Oh, yeah, we tried to go out of the way. Oh, sorry. 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 We had Ramu equipped when we didn't mean to. Ow. Sorry, we had Ramu equipped when we didn't mean to. Ow, 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 ow. We had Ramu equipped. We had Ramu equipped when we didn't mean to. Thank you for shutting the fuck up. Oh, holy shit. Can we please get high potions again? So terribly sorry that we mess up by having the wrong icon equipped. We don't have the time to look at the corner to see what we have. That second costs us like at least like a good chunk of our health bar if we look at that and not at the enemy like 100% of the time. 110% of the time. We don't have the luxury to look for a second. Or we waste like a whole turn of like attacks. Then yeah. That's why we... Nah, it's just... They don't give us very much space. Because like if we waste our attack window, like our good attack window, what we then get for that is, in return, like we have to dodge even more attacks just because we looked at the corner. Don't have much time to do attacks. The game is like, either you take your attack window or get fucked. So we do not have the luxury to constantly look there on like, oh, do we have Garuda? Oh no, Phoenix. Oh no, Ramu. Oh no. Yeah, we don't have like give us like more space. Don't constantly make us dodge stuff in a very shitty way. And that very fast. You get confused here because like everything looks the same.
Is there no other way across?
Do that again.
No. Let's not.
And more healing in between, please.
They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
Maybe not. Teachers. Oh, okay, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Oh, holy shit. Fighting today doesn't...
Going this way.
Let's look for another path.
Oh, we don't see shit. It's just dark in here, so we don't see very much. Even though we see more than you on the Twitch end, because our settings are a bit different.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
Got one high potion. Usually we got high potions over high potions. When you actually need them, then you don't get anything.
What the hell is that? Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
Oh. Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Okay, cool. Hit us through walls. Amazing. Okay, cool. You know in advance what we're doing. Cool. Can you please read our mind for us and tell us what we think in a minute? We would like to know. Thank you for reading our mind, bitch. Asshole. Oh. Bitch. Sorry, we thought we'd kill you quicker. Our damage output is not very good. Or you have just way too much HP. You can see it both ways. It's not mutually exclusive. Like, our damage output could be quite a bit higher than that. Like, it had like a millimeter of fucking HP. And that took like half a minute to get down. It is so ridiculous. Why does it take that long?
I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
doing?
Nothing good, I'll wager.
What's it doing?
Nothing good, I'll wager.
Please don't crash. We don't want to do this again. Please do not.
Are you hurt?
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
God, boss fights can be so... Damn. Knowing that timing is so fucking difficult. You can dodge every attack, by the way. You can dodge it's possible, but it's not worth it. More than bragging rights you will not get from that. It's totally not worth it. This is it's unnecessary. That's why you see us often run away from a lot of attacks now. It it makes more sense to run away from them than to actually dodge. That one counter slash is not worth it in our opinion. You don't want to get hit mainly. Damage you can deal in between the attacks. It's not that relevant to dodge. It's just a bonus if you manage.
Lady Marley. It's me. By the mother. Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady, but I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness.
Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the Comric.
All right.
That's how it should be.
Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
Oh, bitch! Hey! Ramu! Ramu is cool. The old man is definitely cool. Oh. Oh, sorry. We meant another attack and got confused. Got confused for a second. You feel better? We're happy, always happy to hear when you're well, Missy. We are confusion. Was that not where we were supposed to go? No? We just know, like, every time, like, in Tekken 8, when Clive uses one of the icon abilities, he always says the name. Pretty much, he says the name. Like, Garuda! Ramu! We don't drink enough water today. Huh. Not because we are neglecting it, it's more like it's a bit warmer in here today. Where are we supposed to go? Would say so too. Like this outfit is really cool. Very sick. Oh. We don't know where we have to go, game. Like, we're confused because every door we try unfortunately doesn't let us through. Where do we have to go? Like, usually it's not that complicated in this game. Not even close. And right now we can't we can't open any door we pass. This doesn't open. This is so confusing. Yo, he does such a long pause afterwards that you can't like cheat your way through it. Ramu! Isn't that where we came from? No, apparently we got disoriented from the fight. Or it couldn't be seen from that camera angle. That can also be. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Apparently that was too late. Bitch. Our vocal cords are a bit... They don't like that we were talking today. But hopefully we got some good stuff on the way today. Maybe we're a bit closer to our move to another place. Have to see. If the background was not blurry, we would take that without the level up thing in the foreground, you know, as a background picture. Look at that, like the claws going in every direction. That would be a desktop wallpaper. Holy shit. That would be a wallpaper. Did you know we're a fan of Garuda? Oh shit. Okay, we collected everything. This was just... This looked like more than it actually was. Just a side room. Okay.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see.
Oh.
And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons.
Let us guess, like, they captured the women, killed the man, like... Don't say any more, we can imagine what... Yeah. Have a very good idea, but we can put our sword, therefore, into places which usually shouldn't go. You know? Which icon do we have selected? Should have Phoenix. Phoenix is always a good start. Because we rely on the shift pretty much. Nah, not rely, but it's very, very, very useful. Is that the big guy?
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Game, could you stop lagging a bit? Oh, yeah, sorry! Bitch! Bitch, how were we supposed to dodge that? Can you explain? Ow, ow, we pressed the button twice. More we cannot do. Bitch. We hoped it would work that way, and it did. Ooh. Give us something good. That's good. The Grace of the Inferno, Will of the Wikes. That looked blue, so Leviathan, right? Probably that's the next icon we get or so. Oh, it's okay. You can scream as good as we can. Yeah, some people just...
Shiva's dominant.
Some people don't have the voice for that.
Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders, fought your wars. all to protect the children you took. Just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend.
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster. And my soul is stained black. Though not by ether. But by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, Dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran?
Exactly.
I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Yes.
Right.
The fuck? Why is the fire dominant doing that? Oh, okay, that's good. Like, more of that, please. Is that Joshua? Oh no, it's another fire thingy. Shiva is so cool in this game.
Remember how it felt? Why can't I do it? Please, just once.
The GPU device? No. Just kidding. Not again. Again.
She won't be able to hold that lava back forever.
We better make this quick.
All right. I won't take long. There's a good boy. Nice try.
Nice try.
Just don't like those. We played through one of them and that's enough. Like, didn't enjoy it. Thank you. Wouldn't do it again.
Jill!
Cannot recommend.
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here. Use this.
Yeah, that's cool, what she did with the sword.
Are you watching, Sid? You're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal! What did you do to it?
Oh, we destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw.
Yes.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it
that
willingly.
went off
This
very
was a
late.
sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
Pretty sure we know what it was, but... Did it? And you sure it was not the usual lagging that the game has? Because
Clive,
it's
look.
poorly optimized, like holy shit.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
At least it returned back to normal. That's what it read like. We're like, cool.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
It's okay, Morty. Legacy, turn the corner.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion, their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbreque need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
Gotta eat a lark. Have a good dinner.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. Ah, the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
That makes so much sense why she hated Clive. Okay, now that is justified, but that makes so much sense why she hated Clive. He was the son of another woman. Of a commoner, what she calls a whore. Yeah, that makes sense. Stepmothers usually hate their... Speaking from experience. But, yeah.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Okay, we need to end it. After the storm. Game, please not now. Please don't do that. Very good. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get some notices. New items are now available at Sharon's Toll. Like, we can look through all that sometime later. Okay, we need to make a save.